Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you may be. Thank you for joining us in this hospitality and entrepreneurship channel. Today, we are going to emphasize on brilliant at the basics. Now, this channel is to share and care with our experiences and best practices or even lowdowns that we may have encountered. It's a blessing in disguise as we speak today that we are able to care and share, especially the pandemic these days. It's very uncertain and it has bring some boredom into our normal lifestyle. It gives us opportunity, as I mentioned, to spend a little time to share and care and help us to know you and know me. Well, of course, the uncertainty, the pandemic, we can call it a lockdown, but we can look up at opportunities that come our way. For every dark side of life, there's a bright side where whenever there's an ending, there's a beginning. Just like no means next opportunity. So let us maximize this opportunity and share and care. As you have noticed, we will have a mail address that we can share and care. Your feedbacks and comments about the topics that we can share in our next part and period or sessions that we all have the experience and we would like to share in this channel, especially for those who are not able or capable to learn and develop. Opportunities seldom come, but when they come, we will grasp the opportunities, take the challenges. Right, you have it. HSL share.gmail.com. Please provide us some of your perception, opinion, advice, proposal, and we love to hear it. We love to share and care with all our audiences. Okay, that's it. We will look at our first part one. What's in it for me in this channel? What's in it for me? Why am I participating or getting involved with happy successful learning? As we mentioned, it is a channel of sharing and caring, share our experiences, our best practices, our lifestyle, whatever you choose to be. Now, 20 years of experience, my 20 years of experience in learning and developing, training and teaching, mentoring and coaching. What better way to share and care? Especially now when we have this, we can consider a good time and opportunity to share and care. Of course, nobody loves the pandemic. It has caused a lot of disaster and victimized a lot of even our loved ones. While life have to go on, and let us take this opportunity and begin sharing and caring. So our part one today is brilliant at the basics. That's my favorite topic actually. Brilliant at the basics. You have here a lot of, you have read a lot of doctrines here from a lot of mentors and coaches. In our life even, we are brilliant at the basics when we were pretty young. However, how do we envisage this journey of brilliance at the basics? How do we apply it? Did we ever notice it or even pay attention to why we need to be brilliant at the basics? Learning, for example, when we start to learn how to write, we start with A, B, and C, right? And we start to count, we count with 1, 2, and 3. And we start to sing, we sing with Do, Re, Mi. And so these are all basics, and how do we evolve these basics into our fundamentals, our business world, our home and lifestyle. Even cooking has its basics, right? Drawing, painting. All right, brilliant at the basics. In my experiences in traveling over 20 countries and speaking more than 5 languages, I always emphasize on if you are not brilliant at basics, you wouldn't be at the top. Simple reason is some people have to practice it 25 times, 50 times. Practice makes permanent, never be perfect. You're only human. Okay, what's in it for me? So in our daily job, we like to do a great job, right? The job, not just simply a job that pays us to survive. It gets very boring and tedious and puts unnecessary pressure in our lifestyle, right? So we need to do the job, which is passion, and a job is just a part of interest, and it is sometimes really boring. Okay, we look at this session that we are going to have part 1. We will take about 38 minutes of your invaluable time, and I'm sure you will learn a thing or two, just like myself. I will learn from you. All right, the outcome of today is be happy and be involved. Let us go to our next slide. We see the first topic here is courtesy. Well, courtesy, I travel a lot of places, and I wonder sometimes, I've been in this hospitality career of more than 40 years, and I've noticed that courtesy in each and every country, culture, tradition is very different, very different. How we perceive it or appreciate it. When you dine in a restaurant, you pay a lot of money, of course, you want to enjoy. And when you say thank you, you don't get a response like you're welcome. Not at all. Something. So you feel that the server is not passionate. They're not doing the job, but just a simple job. Sometimes they are not even listening, or not even giving you a friendly smile, especially if you arrive in a hotel to check in, 5-star hotel, and you have this beautiful doorman and with a beautiful suit opening the door without a smile, and not even a welcome, good morning, how are you today, or welcome to the hotel. So it's sad to see that courtesy has not been placed as a very important criterion in providing service or hospitality. Well, to be courteous is a very passionate way of our being approachable, friendly, and we welcome people, right? So, courtesy. Well, when you think of courtesy, you think of the smile. How do we perceive courtesy? Please send me some of your opinion, your perception. How can we apply courtesy into our business? Of course, everything has been written, doctrines, white pages, books, and authors, and everyone talks about friendly smile, using the person's last name, exceptional listening skills. What is courtesy to you? Is it really important to have a sustainable, profitable business? Let us share, all right? The next slide, go to respect. Wow, that's a huge word here, respect. More than seldom, we speak when not spoken to. That is not respect, right? The perception of respect. What are the distinctive elements of respect? How do we perceive respect? Well, I always say respect need to be earned. You cannot command or demand respect. You never get it. People need to respect you. People need to know. How can we do that? We can encourage our co-workers to express opinions and ideas or listen to them. We should not criticize, judge, demeanor, or patronize even a worker. Well, respect is naturally treat people fairly, equally. Well, it comes in many ways, in many forms. For me, traveling around the world and I've seen a lot of respect being placed in very important areas or aspects in the working and everyday life. Do we take respect for granted? Or do we really emphasize respect in our daily life? Alright, that's a food for your thought. Send us some of your opinion and perception, and we were glad to emphasize respect as the brilliant at the basics in our next session, and we talk more of it. Walk the talk. That's our next topic here. Walk the talk. Walk the talk. We said our promises, right? As leaders, we want more actions than words, right? If we have more actions than words, respect will be a great way. Walk the talk with respect will be a great way to accomplish our task ahead, smart goals, our PDCA, plan, do, check, and act. But if we don't walk the talk or promise, we will not cope with management style, leadership style, and it is quite a tough challenge. And the best way in walking the talk is to keep to your words, because as a leader, or manager, or a supervisor, your actions will always speak louder than words. While we are guiding and leading our cohorts or colleagues, we will always emphasize commitment, but not promise, because when you promise, if you are not able to fulfill those promises, it would be a kick in the back or firing you back, So walk the talk is essential. And how can we manifest it? How can we keep our promise? So bottom line, do what you can, say what you do, and conform. Well, walk the talk. Now, the next topic we look here, I like to share is punctuality. Not many countries in the world, especially Asia, punctuality can be even misspelled or wrongly understood. I lived more than 30 years in Switzerland, where punctuality is a culture, a tradition. You can call it a habit, and everyone is very prompt. Coming to work on time is not an issue. What is on time? 15 minutes before time? Coming to work in time, not heard of. So, punctuality, very important. I would say a form of even respect and consideration, tolerance, Let me share you a story of my time when I was visiting London. And I was in 10 Downing Street. As you know, 10 Downing Street is the home of the Prime Minister. I was walking across, and it's a place of attraction. Everyone takes photographs, and I was waiting for lesser crowd so that I can approach the guard of standing before the door. And I said, "Good morning, sir. May I just spend 5 minutes of your time, your invaluable time? I know you are not allowed to speak to anyone. I'm just a hospitality student, and I would like to know, what is the greatest asset of this Prime Minister, his character? What do you admire him most?" At that time, it was Majors, the Prime Minister, and the guard told me that he has been there for 10 years, standing at the door, and he says the greatest characteristic of the Prime Minister was punctuality. He has never experienced the Prime Minister coming to office late. Never, he says. And he asked me, where do I come from? I say, I reside in Switzerland. I just came from Zurich, and I'm having a holiday here, and I was enjoying the hospitality of the English. And he says, wow, in Switzerland, I'm sure you people must be very punctual because you make a lot of watches and cuckoo clocks. You can't be late. I say, you are right. But I never own a watch. I say, I'm sorry, but I'm always punctual. I always make a point. Anyone who makes an appointment with me, I'm always 30 minutes before time. Why? It's just in me. It's my culture. I feel responsible. I feel I'm happy if I'm on time, so that I can have a few minutes of my own time to prepare. It can be an interview, it can be a lecture, it can be a casual meeting, or it can be for some drinks. I like to be early so that I know the menu, for example. So punctuality is one of the tools of management we call time management. If you do not respect time, time will slip away. There's the only one resources in our management tools that we cannot purchase. We cannot own it. Is time. Time just slips away. Like our age, it will never go down. It can only go up, unfortunately. You like to turn back the clock at sometimes. So when you're on time, you always prepare to do the best. And when you are punctual, people respect you. Sincere, and you are ready to go. You're just ready to go, eager to go. And that's how punctuality plays a very important part of a basic management resources, time management. It's not easy to be on time. Many people take for granted, it's okay if I'm 15 minutes late. Oh, it's okay if I'm 30 minutes late. I can always say it's a traffic. Can you imagine living in your own country, knowing the traffic from what time to what time? It's all in the palm of your hand, and still you are late. You know at 7 to 8 there'll be a huge traffic jam. Why don't you travel at 6 o'clock to be punctual? No, Jose. I will come on time. But that on time is never guaranteed, right? You'll be late. But there's an excuse. The traffic. The bus missed me. Or there's no Grab. There's no taxi. There's always an excuse. But never coming on time and say, hi, how are you? And smile. And you're ready to go, Punctuality is such a big resources, and a very important one. Many people don't cherish it, unfortunately. Please send me your perception and opinion. How punctuality and how it is a very important resources in your lifestyle, business world, and I'm happy to share with our audience. Well, honesty, our next topic here we like to speak about. Well, honesty, like Billy Joel say, the song Honesty. Honesty is such a lonely word. Everyone is so untrue. Billy, Billy Joel says that. He even sings it in a song. And of course, honesty and integrity are the core of a workplace. Uh, Many workplaces emphasize it that if you're honest, if you're not honest, you'll be dismissed. You'll be consequences will be taken, and it's really hard. Let us talk about everyday life. Do we tell a lie? Are we honest? You see, if we are not honest, we have to tell not only a lie, we have to tell lie after lies after lies to cover up the truth. So how much effort do you put into creating lies to cover the truth? So at the end of the day, honesty is the best policy, like we like to say. A white lie or a small lie or harmless lie is still a lie. You still need to create one after another to cover the truth. So whoever is careless with the truth in small matters cannot be trusted with important matters. Sometimes we may get away with it. Oh, I told a lie. Okay, let's hope I get over it. But then again, will this be harmful? In a manner, yes, it will be creating a habit, right? It becomes a habitual and painful mannerism. So, I'm happy to hear from you. In a workplace, honesty and integrity has its own ethics and value. It will be emphasized in your handbook. It will be emphasized in your standard operating procedures. It will be emphasized again and again. Honesty is not about stealing. Honesty is not only about telling a lie. Honesty has to be built within. It has to come up from inside. It has got to be the truth. The truth and only the truth. Well, it's a tough subject. When during my experiences of 40 years working in the industry, of course, if you have 40 years of experiences, you could smell or you you could detect a lie quite. Quite. I would say fashionable manner, not a harsh manner. That you know. Why? Why do you know? Because it's practices that goes on, and we know somehow or other the truth will bound to come out. So we cannot just sweep it under the carpet and feel that it will be buried and gone. It's okay. Not no huss and no fuss about it. But do not forget, honesty is the best policy. Here we are. Our part 1, brilliant at the basics. Do not forget all the basics in life. Fundamentals are very important to bring us to the top. If you are at the top, you like to maintain and sustain your position, right? But do not forget, you can only be brilliant at the basics. Lombardi is a great football coach in America. He's always emphasizing, he's a speaker, and he's always emphasizing to all the players and coaches, be brilliant at the basics. You can run. Can you catch a ball? You can run. Can you kick a ball? Now, we come back to the basics, come back to the drawing board, and we'll manifest our way up. It's just like a marketing plan. It's just like a quality management. Plan, do, check, and act. Plan, do, check, and act doesn't stop with plan and starts with plan and ends up with act. It does not. It goes a cycle. It goes plan, do, check, act. You may have a SMART goal. It can be specific, measurable, achievable, reliable, timely. It can be, but that goal will always come back to its basic. If you are brilliant at the basics, you do not have to worry about reaching the top. It takes years of practices. It takes years of tolerance. It takes years of integrity, patience. However, you will reach the top if you are brilliant at the basics. Now, Rome wasn't built in one day, they said. Now, during coaching and mentoring, teaching, instructing, sometimes we have to repeat and repeat and repeat again. At a workplace, especially when I'm a hotelier, when I get a housekeeper clean the room, I have to repeat and repeat myself. Why? Simple. If you don't inspect what you expect, it will not come true. The basics must be communicated, and communicate again and again. Can be 25 times, can be 50 times. Once the basics has been manifested, and your colleagues or your staff, whoever, yourself, you'll be brilliant, and you'll be brilliant at the top. Thank you for sharing this wonderful part 1 with us. Do not forget, here's the email, HSL Sharecare, and drop us your opinion and perception. We will share with all our audiences, and next week, in our next session, we will share with all of us. I hope we have learned a thing or two and apply it. Brilliant at the basics. Thank you so much and have a great day. Bye for now. Cheers.